Hello darling Pisces, thank you so much for joining me, Lorian, at Tones and Tarot for your September reading. I'm Lorian, as I've just introduced myself, and this is going to be a general for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon and Pisces Rising. It's gone a bit dark here right now, so I've got all my lamps on and candles and things, so it's getting so much darker so much earlier. And like I say, this is a general reading, so it may not actually apply to your personal questions. For one of those, I'd recommend you get a reading with myself, the link of which is in the description box. So let's have a look and see what's coming through. Welcome new people, and welcome old as well, my faithful subscribers. I really do appreciate you. Alright, let's see, Pisces. That seems about right. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Pentacles. He's come out quite a bit recently. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. She's come out a well. So, Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. You've got the Moon. You've got the Eight of Wands. Interesting. The Nine of Wands. And also the Three of Pentacles. So you do have kind of a balance here between Wands and Pentacles. There is one Cups here, and you could argue that the Moon is a Cups card as well, because it's very much connected to Cancerian elements. And at the bottom you have Wands again, so this is Six of Wands. So let's just see how this resonates with you. Okay, just going to feel the energy right now. All in all, actually, it feels a bit productive. It feels like you're getting somewhere new and you're feeling that you have a lot to offer. I also get the feeling that you're going forward with your best foot first, and it feels a lot like you're getting more into your stride as things go ahead. So to be honest, it doesn't feel very negative. I mean, there's not many cards here that any reader would go, ooh, that's a bit dodgy. So all in all, Pisces, you've got a pretty good reading. First of all, I would like to just talk about these two cards. So you do have the Knight of Pentacles with the Wands, with the Moon card. So the Knight could be somebody who's very efficient, very routine, somebody who seems to invite you to a lot of places, but not before they've checked it off to a T, and they need to be very anal about doing all this kind of stuff. So for me, I would say that there may be, or this rota, or this issue, or this fine-tuning things could be a cause for concern, because you do have the Moon, so it could be the thought of the unknown and you just want them to have more routine, or it could be that the routine is actually taking away some of your inspiration. Either way, it feels like you're getting more into an understanding of it, but some of you, it will be that you want more routine. For others, it'll be that this routine is sucking it out of you a little bit and you just want to get into a normal, stable cycle of something. So do watch it at the beginning of this month, maybe. If you do want to have some reliability, if you do want to have somebody who comes forward and just tells you like it is, I would recommend you just asking for that. Or if you do want some reliability, I recommend that you focus on it yourself as well. It doesn't necessarily have to rely on this other person, but definitely put your words on the table in case they don't understand where you're coming from. The 9 with the 8 seems really, really strong too. So this is you being financially sustainable and you feel very independent. You finally got back on your feet a little bit. Maybe you've healed, or maybe you're going through some more changes financially. Either way, I think you should start to see some steady growth, and some, again, maybe it's from this routine or from your need for it to come through a little bit and just kind of dampen your spirits in a way. This routine may, but I think it'll, all in all, it is actually going to make sure that you moved forwards rather than backwards. As well, here with the 8, I think actually the change could set you back, set you forward even, sorry, very, very strongly, because it feels like with the 8, it's something that very much indicates a travel, a change, a movement, and it's also very fast, so you may not be prepared for how quickly this takes you, but there could be a windfall here. I'm getting a little bit of an injection of extra money, so hopefully that'll come through for you very soon. And then we have the 2 of Cups with the 9. So This shows to me maybe resilience in an emotional relationship or resilience in a partnership. Sometimes you could have been at your wit's end with this other person and you're just going, please be reasonable, or please don't piss me off too much. And it could be that feeling of, I'm healing, I'm going through it, but also it feels like with this 9, it could be that something that you feel like, oh, I've taken a beating for this one. Like other people may not understand, or even sometimes you may not understand, but you persist. Now, I hope that it's for your benefit that you persist, because for some of you it won't be. You may be looking at the relationship through rose-tinted glasses, and for those of you who feel very content, that's fine, but I think sometimes you know the faults and you can work with them. Be aware that sometimes those faults will not be attended to, they will not be worked on by that person. So in that instance, I think that you need to have another talk with them. You need to tell them that you're not happy with and why, and see if you can work through it. But sometimes your gut instinct says, or if your gut instinct says, look, there's something not working here and I don't know whether it can be changed, maybe you need to listen to that, because you Pisces are one of, if not the most psychic of the whole bunch. And I think that you need to trust yourself a whole lot more than you already do. Don't leave somebody because, sorry, don't stay with somebody because you're afraid of, what will happen if you leave. Because I know some people are like, well, I'll never get somebody else. Well, that's no reason to stay with somebody in the first place, just because you don't want to be somebody else's, second choice or whatever. You should be with somebody because they make you the happiest person in the world. Or you feel complete when you're around them, or you feel like you have a truly wonderful relationship. Are you just with them because you don't, or you fear rejection from other people? That's really not something that you need to look out for yourself. So if you are in that situation, I would have a look at that. Otherwise, I think this is something that, you've pursued something really strongly and you finally got a partnership. You've resisted change, but you've been resilient. You've kind of put yourself in there. You've slugged away and you finally got something. So it could be that after all this kind of stuff and all this relationship work through, you finally have reached a plateau where you feel that you're healing enough and that you've got or achieved a good sense within the relationship finally. The Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. I think you're impressing somebody. I actually think that this person is very down to earth. It could be a mother figure, but I do believe that there's something coming forward very strongly with teamwork, collaboration. You may be asked to be a mentor for somebody, or you may be asked to show somebody how it's done or teach them. But I do feel like this is kind of you with somebody close to you, giving them the support that you really wanted as a youngster maybe, but weren't able to have. So you're now giving that to somebody else, and that acknowledging that experience that you have now, you're able to pass on to that somebody else. I also feel like you might want to change residence or change something about your house to reflect how you want to feel inside. So it could be if you have a messy living room or something, you want to really, really gut that out and tidy it so you feel clear-headed. But this is a good mentorship, this is a good teamwork and collaboration, so I highly recommend you going forwards with whoever this person is. Could be a Virgo, I feel it could be a Virgo, but also it might just be that they have a Taurus moon or something like that. And then because at the bottom of the cards you have the Six of Wands, this is victory and basically a rite of passage for you. This is something that you have self-confidence, you have progress, because it's shown that you actually do have what it takes and you can work things out and you can move forwards. Do not be afraid of your destiny, do not be afraid of being victorious. You sometimes, I think, don't try because you fear losing, but that's not the way to go about it. I think that you are going to see yourself in a new light, and this is really going to change the way you feel this month. Okay, so let's see what comes through. This actually could be a person who's born in September. Sorry to just interrupt you there. Alright, so I'm just going to shuffle these cards. And let's see what's coming through for Pisces in the month of September 2018. What's coming through for Pisces in the month of September 2018. Whoa. Okay, alright. You're very insistent. Comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So again, it could be that you've persevered and you've gone through it and you're finally in this better relationship, or that you're recovering from a relationship breakup, or that you're actually figuring out something needs to change within that relationship. Either way, I think career's going fine, finances should be improving, you should be getting more of a routine and understanding where you fit into things. But ultimately, I think you need some comfort, you need some tender loving care, and you need to be treated like the queen or king or whatever royalty you want to call yourself that you are. So this is very much something that you need to take with you and kind of learn from. But I hope this works out for you, Pisces. Do let me know in the comments below how things go for you. I always love hearing from you. If you do want a private reading, again, the link is below in the description box. But I do wish you all the very best for September, and I can't wait to talk to you all soon.